Navigating Website ADA Compliance Lawsuits. What businesses need to know. In recent years, website ADA compliance lawsuits have surged, posing a significant legal risk for businesses of all sizes. The Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, enacted in 1990, primarily focused on physical access for people with disabilities. However, with the growth of the digital economy, courts have increasingly interpreted the ADA to apply to websites, mobile apps, and other digital platforms. If your business operates a website, it is essential to understand the implications of ADA compliance and how to protect your business from potential lawsuits. What is website ADA compliance? Website ADA compliance refers to ensuring that your website is accessible to people with disabilities, including those with visual, auditory, motor, or cognitive impairments. Websites should provide equal access to information and services, whether a user navigates with a screen reader, keyboard, or other assistive technology. The Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, WCAG, developed by the World Wide Web Consortium, WWZ, provide the accepted standard for ADA compliance. These guidelines outline the principles for making digital content more accessible, such as perceivable. Information and user interface components must be presentable in ways that users can perceive, e.g., providing text alternatives for non-text content. Operable. User interface components and navigation must be operable by everyone, including those using alternative input devices. Understandable. Information and the operation of the user interface must be clear and understandable. Robust. Content must be robust enough to be interpreted by various user agents, including assistive technologies. Why are ADA lawsuits on the rise? Several factors have contributed to the rise in website ADA compliance lawsuits. Court interpretations. While the ADA doesn't explicitly mention websites, courts have increasingly ruled that online spaces are public accommodations, thus falling under the ADA's purview. This broad interpretation means business are now being held accountable for their online accessibility. Increased awareness. Advocacy for disability rights has expanded to include the digital world, and more individuals are aware of their rights regarding website accessibility. This awareness, coupled with the fact that many websites still fail to meet accessibility standards, has led to a spike in lawsuits. Regulatory uncertainty. The Department of Justice, DOJ, has not yet released specific regulations regarding website accessibility under the ADA, creating uncertainty. Without clear federal standards, plaintiffs are taking matters to the courts, and businesses are often caught off guard. Common issues leading to ADA. Lawsuits. Many ADA website lawsuits stem from relatively common accessibility issues, including lack of alternative text for images. Screen readers rely on alternative text, alt text, to describe images. Without it, visually impaired users cannot access visual content. Unlabeled forms. Forms that are missing labels can make it difficult or impossible for users with disabilities to complete necessary information. Non-functional keyboard navigation. Many people with motor disabilities rely on keyboards or other assistive devices to navigate websites. If your website isn't fully operable via keyboard, it could be a target for a lawsuit. Videos without captions. Deaf or hard-of-hearing users require captions to understand video content, and lacking these is a frequent point of contention in lawsuits. Consequences of non-compliance. If your website is found to be non-compliant, you could face several legal and financial consequences. Lawsuits. Individuals can file lawsuits claiming that your website is not accessible under the ADA, leading to costly settlements or judgments. Damage to reputation. Non-compliance can negatively affect your brand's reputation, especially in today's socially conscious marketplace. Businesses that fail to meet accessibility standards may lose customers and trust. Financial penalties. Some ADA lawsuits result in financial penalties requiring the business to pay damages to the plaintiff, legal fees, and the costs associated with making the website compliant. How to protect your business. Conduct an accessibility audit. Regularly assess your website for accessibility issues. Follow WCAG guidelines. Ensure your website aligns with the latest WCAG standards, specifically WCAG 2.1 Level AA, which is the most commonly referenced standard in ADA lawsuits. Create an accessibility statement. Having an accessibility statement on your website shows that you are committed to making your digital content accessible. This statement should also provide users with a way to report any accessibility issues they encounter. Monitor legal trends. Keep an eye on court rulings and potential regulations regarding website accessibility. This area of law is still evolving, and staying informed will help you anticipate changes. Conclusion. In today's digital age, website ADA compliance is more than just a legal obligation. It's a matter of inclusivity and good business practice. By taking proactive steps to ensure your website is accessible to everyone, you not only reduce the risk of costly lawsuits, but also demonstrate your commitment to providing a positive online experience for all users.